Y'all still having a good time? Give it up for yourselves, everybody, for coming out here. All right. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. This next comedian is a dear friend of mine. I have had the pleasure of knowing him and working with him for the last 4 years. The pleasure of being able to travel outside of the country and come to your beautiful town and deliver comedy for you all. This is the Make a Way stand-up comedy special by the one and only, start making some noise, everybody. Start making some noise. John McCombs!
Yeah, hell yeah, Tallinn, how you doing? Oh my God. Thank you so much for coming out. We gotta take a roll call real quick. Expats, where you at? Make some noise. All right, there you go. Estonians, avoid eye contact with me. There we go. All right. Russians, stare at me angrily. There we go. I like Russians, man. They're like Americans with nothing to lose. You know? We're not too different. Americans, we love fast food and guns, and Russians love neck tattoos and also guns. All right. Yeah, I told Zacho we're doing a special in Estonia. I wanted him to come out here because I love this place, man. I love this place. Not many Americans know anything about Estonia. I had to educate them. I'm like, look, Estonians, you invented Skype, the precursor to Zoom. So everybody now gets it. They're like, oh shit, Estonia. We have them to thank for the fact the last year and a half we've been able to safely work from our homes and touch our junk all day. Thank you. We got to take so many work meetings with our dicks and pussies out, man. Thank you. I like this place, man. You guys are upfront about who you are. Estonia, it's all on your flag, man. Blue, black, white. Because Estonia is cold, dark, and just white people. Yes. It is, man. Bro. I went to an all-white McDonald's yesterday. What? Those have not existed in the United States since the 70s. What the I love this place. I got to record a special here because Estonia is a country of 1.3 million people. United States has 330 million people. So if I do a comedy special for the 70 of you all here, that's like doing Madison Square Garden back home. That's quality over quantity, dude. I get to be, there's no expectation for me here. There's no expectation for me to be a certain way. Because sometimes I do shows back in the United States. I do shows in like black rooms, all black audiences. And there's a DJ on stage with me. And the DJ's always trying to hype people up. He's playing all these club hits. He's playing Drake. He's playing Cardi B. Look, my hype level doesn't go beyond the Beatles, okay? It's been a hard day tonight. I want to sit the fuck down, all right? But seriously, all the other comics, they get into it, First 20 seconds of their sets, they're just crip walking up to the microphone and shit. And that's not me. I come out like a 1950s beach party, like, who's ready to laugh, all right? But DJs, I can never match their hype level. Because they're always at the same level, no matter where they're at, no matter what circumstance, a DJ's always at that same level. They're always like, oh shit, y'all ready to get turned up in here? Like, sir, we're in an IKEA right now. It's like, we got half price on recliners. Like, chill, man, chill. I get to be who I am out here. I'm just a way too approachable black guy. That's what I am. It's a problem back in the United States, I swear to God. Like several times at the end of a night out, I've been walking home and a random drunk white woman has approached me on the street and asked me to walk her home. That's offensive to me. Like, really? You're not scared? Come on. Like, how can I get more approachable? Just an English accent and a bow tie? What the fuck, man? Seriously, dude, it's a problem. Like, honestly, I protested for Black Lives Matter last year, and I felt like a fraud because the police have only been nice to me. Seriously, every time I've been pulled over, I've gotten a warning every time. The cop handed me my ID back the last time. He's like, yeah, we pulled you over because we thought your car was stolen, but then we saw your turtleneck sweatshirt. You're clearly not a threat. Here, you want to drive this drunk white woman home? Go for it, man. Go for it. By the way, thank you, by the way, for protesting for Black Lives Matter. I saw y'all did that. That's crazy, man. Y'all protested for Black Lives Matter. And I want to say, on behalf of both of your black people, thank you. We appreciate that. Because Americans didn't really understand how widespread those protests were. They didn't really understand they were worldwide. Y'all protested, other countries in Europe, Asia, Latin America, Africa. It's a little redundant, right? It's just like the police at that protest were probably like, yes, of course, we get it. All lives matter here. Like, because America is not obviously the only place where racism exists. It exists all over the place. You know, it's kind of different in different parts of the world, though. Like stereotypes, especially. Like, for instance, I was at a gas station in Romania, just standing in line, when an old woman comes up behind me, smells me, then looks to her friend and gives her a thumbs up. What the fuck does that mean? Which is like, oh my God, they do smell like cocoa butter. Wow, it's delicious. I like coming out here because I get to see a very special type of racism. I see white on white racism. Oh my God, that is so funny to me. Because you have to be so specific with your hatred, you know? It's just, I don't trust those Lithuanians. They with their high cheekbones. Look at it with their eyes slightly further apart. What are you looking at? I don't know, maybe one of the biggest examples, not even racism, maybe just racial ignorance, is right now, today, 2021, there's an entire country in Europe called Montenegro. Let me repeat that. There is a country full of white people called Nigga Mountain, all right? And you know what? It's a beautiful place. You know, I've met several Montenegros. I want to be one now. I will change my citizenship. I will be a mountain nigga. I will do it. I will. Tired of living where I'm living at, man. I live in Chicago. I'm from Chicago in the United States. And you tell people in the United States you're from Chicago, they immediately want to wrap a blanket around you and make sure you're doing okay, you know? Because Chicago has a reputation for gun violence, okay? Anytime they talk about gun violence in the United States, they bring up Chicago. Because, yeah, it's true. Like 50 people will get shot in a weekend in Chicago. It's true. But that also happens in like 5 neighborhoods. So when people talk about Chicago being this tough city, I don't believe them. Because in my neighborhood, I live on the same block as a cat arcade. Yeah, it's a video game arcade filled with cats. And I walk by it every day and I look at it and I think, this is why they don't let millennials have money. Because this is what we built. So I didn't want to buy into this idea that Chicago was this really tough city until I went to other cities. Like here, you guys have those electric scooters, right? Yeah, in Chicago, we had those for one summer. And then our gang members found them. You ever been chased by gang members on electric scooters before? It's terrifying and whimsical at the same time. Like, I was in the military. I have flashbacks of that shit, okay? Anytime I hear a bell go off, just ding ding. I went to New York, man. I went to New York in the summer. I was thinking New York's this tough city, you know? And I was staying in, like, the ghetto of New York, you know? The ghettos of New York. Thinking it's a tough city. And I never saw so many white people just strolling through the ghetto casually. It was, and I know you guys don't get it, but these were like top tier white people. These were like man bun, kombucha, labradoodle fucking white people, man. I see your labradoodle over there. Thank you for bringing it, by the way. You would have fit in the ghettos of New York. I saw a white woman curse out her drug dealer. What the fuck? She was in his face like, this cocaine is bullshit, Paco! This guy had face tattoos, and she's just yelling at him, spilling her Biggie Small Spice latte in his face, man. So I don't, you know, I come back from that, I go to other cities, and I think, man, other cities, they're not as tough as Chicago, and I don't respect them. Because other small cities breed soft, weak people who come to Chicago and attract bullshit. That's what happens, and I know this because I'm dating one, all right? Yeah, my girlfriend, she's from Finland. Yeah. Yeah, happiest country in the world, Finland. That place. Yeah, how many people do you think get shot in Finland every year? Not enough, exactly. It's... And I've been there, of course. I've been to Finland. I can confirm, yes, it is the happiest country in the world. The people are fucking miserable, but the country's happy, all right? Because they're ranked happiest country in the world, but they have a high rate of alcoholism, high rate of suicide. And I think it's because no one gives a shit that they're depressed. Honestly, they're like, oh, is it so hard? Are you so sad living in the happiest country in the world? Must be so bad the way your government just does the right thing. It's so sad, man, being depressed in Finland. And you know for a fact that there's somebody just crushing it in life in Syria right now, right? They're just living their best life. You're sad in Finland and they're just tap dancing on a landmine like, today was a good day. Didn't have to use my AK, like that shit. So yeah, man, my girlfriend, she's from Finland. Small town Finland, too. So she brings that small town energy to Chicago. She's just walking around like, hello. I'm like, yo, you gotta chill, all right? She's out here making eye contact with strangers. That's how you get killed, man. You gotta have strong peripherals in Chicago, okay? You don't look at the bullshit, all right? Like when I ride the train in Chicago, you know, I do what Chicago does. I use my peripherals. Like, I just stare straight ahead. I see the woman over here doing karate on the train by herself. Just doing this shit, just I don't engage. I don't say anything. Even when she starts popping off like, I'm gonna punch you next week, motherfucker, I see. I don't say anything. But as soon as she says that, on cue, somebody from a weak city shows up like, hi, I'm weak motherfucker here, and sits down right next to her. And I want to yell at this dude, like, dude, don't engage. What the fuck are you doing? He doesn't listen. He's like, excuse me, ma'am. You know you can't smoke on this train, right? What the fuck are you doing? But I don't say any of that shit. I don't. I just do what other people in Chicago do. Just, not my problem. Not my problem. Oh, she's hitting him. Oh, shit. All right. Let's read the ads. Oh, they're doing a study on schizophrenia. How about that, huh? Look at that. Any guesses on what the toughest city in the world is? It's in Europe, I guarantee it. Any guesses? No? Not a single guess. London? Oh, fuck off. London with the old accents? Fuck that shit.
London's not in Europe.
What? London's not in Europe. Yeah, that's a fun little technical joke. That's. Yeah, fuck them leaving the EU. These motherfuckers. Fuck them, these assholes. I call England Fight Island now. It's just it's an island of angry little people. You know, just they're like, we're so great. Everybody's gonna speak our fucking language. Fuck them. I don't know. Anybody from England here? You are? Hell yeah! This dude's all quiet with his turtleneck sweatshirt. What's up, man? What's that?
Somebody's gotta be.
Somebody's gotta be. Yeah, man. They send one guy in every room just to make sure you guys are still speaking English in there. Yes, Roy, speak the Queens. Speak the Queens. Toughest city in the world is Belgrade. Belgrade, the capital city of Serbia. I've been there, and look, Americans only know Belgrade from like, they were the bad guys in all our movies in the 90s. It was like after the Soviet Union fell, but before 9/11. We needed bad guys, okay? And Serbians, it was either that or Tony Kukoc. Those are the only two Serbians we knew. All right, so Serbia, or Belgrade, capital city of Serbia. And I don't like judging places on stereotypes or first impressions, but if Serbia was a person, it would be an AK-47 in a tracksuit, okay? Seriously, the first thing I saw when I got off the bus in Serbia, at the border, 5 dogs gang-banging another dog. Yeah, and the one dog getting fucked didn't look bothered at all. It's like, we made eye contact. It was like that moment in the Flintstones where it's like, it's a living, you know? And the funniest story, honestly, I was in downtown Belgrade. This is when I was in the military. We had gotten done training. We were just hanging out. I was in downtown Belgrade with my Marine friends, and we were waiting for a bus to take us back to our base. And all of a sudden, we hear this noise, just clang, clang, clang. And we look down this alleyway, and there was this 10-year-old Serbian child, tiny tracksuit and everything, walking towards us with a metal rod in his hand, smacking it in the cars. It's clang, clang, clang. It was this weird, like, horror movie moment, you know? He's like Jason Voorhees, and we are the sluttiest, blackest character in the movie. But he's not really paying much attention to us, okay? He's just kind of looking down, thinking third world white child thoughts. I don't know. Until finally, he looks up, he stops, sees us, throws the rod over his shoulder. It crashes into a window. He just smiles. And I look over to my buddies, veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan. Start backing the fuck away. The Taliban ain't got shit on Nikola, man. And I look over to my Serbian friends. You know what they're doing? Not my problem. Not my problem. I don't know if that was woke. I don't know. You guys woke out here? Is that a thing in Tallinn and Estonia? Being woke? All right. I'll explain, because I have to explain this in the United States too. Because, like, no, I do. There's some people are like, I don't know, fucking woke. You're like, you don't know what that word means. It's basically, there's people who are woke, and there's people who are too woke, all right? People who are too woke, you'll know you're hanging out with somebody who's too woke when you're hanging out with a group of friends and you're all having fun, and one of your friends will decide, you know what, I should ruin this with facts. That's what it's like. You know, you're just trying to have a good time. You're like, hey man, you wanna go hang out this weekend? And they're like, there's plastic in the ocean! Like, Jesus. Like, that's, why are you trying to ruin our good time with facts? They always are on that level. It's like they always say shit like that. They're like, did you know fast food companies target minority communities so they can lower our life expectancies? You're like, so you don't want to split these McNuggets with me? Like, we're both drunk right now. I don't know why you're so angry about this shit. I don't know. Guys in the ghetto are woke now, too. I call them niggas, but to you, the guys in the ghetto, okay. When guys in the ghetto are woke, they will say the most intellectual, profound shit, immediately followed by the most ignorant, stupid shit you ever heard. They'll be like, did you know September 11th was orchestrated by the Bush administration so they can militarize the police force in order to more effectively kill black people? And did you know the vaccine will turn you gay? Like, what the fuck? Those songs don't connect, sir. He's what I like to call the conspiracy theory black dude. I know, there are different types of black people. Surprise, hey. But all his conspiracy theories just revolve around everybody in history being secretly black too. It's crazy. You should talk to one of these guys who are like, Jesus was black. The pharaohs were black. Did you know Beethoven was a brother? No. No deaf white man has that much rhythm. He starts to make sense, though. He makes a convincing argument. He's like, think about it, man. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. Everybody knows how that song starts. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. That's just a first rap air horn, man. Just burn, 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 burn. Like, dude's got a point. He's got a point. Yeah, man. I don't know if I'm woke. I don't know. I am woke. I say woke shit for, like, unwoke reasons, you know. Like I'm very pro-choice, and I fight with people online who are anti-abortion, they're pro-life, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I fight with people online. I'm trash. I know. I ruined Facebook. Thank you. But when I fight with all these guys, you know, I notice that they live in the countryside. They live in like really small towns, rural areas, not a lot of people around. And that's when I realized, like, you shouldn't be able to vote on shit that doesn't affect you. Because none of these people, not because they're men, but because none of these people have ever been stuck in traffic before. Nobody stuck in traffic is pro-life. Nobody stuck behind a line of cars on the highway thinks there should be more people on the planet. Your only thought when you're stuck in traffic is there better be somebody dead up there, right? For real though, man. I don't know. I don't know. I just think every abortion that doesn't happen is another day I have to wait to get a PlayStation 5, all right? Some of you may think abortion is murder, but you know what? Murdering people in Grand Theft Auto is pretty fun, all right? And I'll say it for me too, you know? Like, for instance, there's certain things I shouldn't be able to vote on. I shouldn't have an opinion on. I shouldn't be able to vote on a mask mandate. I'm not bothered. It doesn't bother me, you know? But I see these men out here with these full beards and these tiny little masks covering them. Is there anything sadder than that? His hairs are just sticking out. It looks like a Greek woman in a bikini, okay? And you might ask yourself, why doesn't he just shave it off? Okay, why don't you just cut off most of your personality, huh? That's all he has going for him, man. I don't know. Like I said, I'm pro-choice, but I'm not the most pro-choice person. I'm not. Because I'm not sure if I'm completely on board with unrestricted access to abortion. Because I was thinking about it, and then if we have that, then we get rid of unplanned pregnancies. And I was imagining a world without any unplanned pregnancies. There'd be 3 people in this motherfucker right now. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, some of you are only here because your parents were like, fuck it, I guess, why not? Let's ruin my life. Let's have this kid, huh? Yeah, your parents reacted to your existence the same way you react when you forget to cancel a subscription when the free trial's over. You wake up, oh shit, we should have canceled that pregnancy, damn it. It's not all you were planning, man. If your here's the fucked up thing. If your parents said you were a miracle, nobody plans a miracle, all right? But then who's left in the world, you know? People from planned pregnancies. And what a lame fucking world that would be, right? Just everybody from planned pregnancies? Ugh, it's just people who have peanut allergies and just all named River and Excelsior and shit like that. You're trying to talk about a movie, they're like, I think the book version was better. Like, ugh. I'm not allowed to have sugar. Those people, there's no more Fast and Furious movies. There are no roller coasters. I like roller coasters, but now we can't have them because everybody gets nosebleeds, you know? I don't know. I just believe that people from unplanned pregnancies, they're stronger, you know? Yeah, because they came from sperm that found a way. That sperm had to overcome so many obstacles to get here. It had to bust through an expired condom, do some Tokyo drift shit around an IUD, and it was drunk the whole time, right? People from planned pregnancies came from sperm that was like roided out on vitamins and the right temperature, you know? It had a GPS the whole time, and even then it was like, there's no signal in here, I can't find the egg. Like, that's who's left in the world, man. That's who's left. Maybe not, because I realized there are only 2 types of people who plan to have pregnancies. People who are way over-prepared to be parents, and people who are way under-prepared to be parents. Because the only types of other people are those couples who have like 10 kids, you know, because they don't believe in vaccines, so they know not all of them are gonna make it. You know, they're like, shit, lost another one to the whooping cough, there we go. I know this because I grew up religious. I know Estonia is a very atheistic country, but I grew up religious. And growing up religious, you go to youth group. And youth group is this place you go when you're about 12, 13 years old, where you worship God and are horny all the time. Yeah, me and my friends, we would hit on girls using Bible verses. Seriously, we saw a girl we liked, we called her a 7-7. Which is from Song of Solomon 7:7, which goes, and I quote, her stature is like that of the palm tree, and her breasts like clusters of fruit. And I say, I shall climb the palm tree and take hold of its fruit. Go back to church, guys, there's good stuff in there. And they would always tell me in the youth group, touching yourself is a sin. You shouldn't touch yourself. Touching yourself is a sin. So I would try so hard, just lie in bed and masturbate without touching myself. I would just lie there and just focus and flex until I pissed the bed. Oh, man. I mentioned the vaccine earlier. Yeah, I'm vaccinated. I am. Like in the United States, they had trouble getting people vaccinated. Like they got to a point where not enough people wanted to take it. And they started incentivizing the vaccine. Did they do that here? Yeah. They did that? Okay. Because we started out sensible. All right, they were like, hey, you get some free coffee or free donuts. And then they got reckless. They're like, you get like free booze. The South started giving out free guns. I'm not even kidding. It was, you know what? It was so good. I'm on my 12th shot right now, guys. I have a lazy eye now, but I had a fun summer. You know, I went to music concerts for free. I went shooting. I got all the free birth control I can eat. It's great. My nipples are a little tender, but that's okay. Hurts a little bit. And I don't want to divide people. I know the pandemic is a very divisive subject, but I think I can speak on behalf of all of us when I say, fuck everyone who improved their lives during that shit, right? You remember that the first few months of the pandemic, that you had those friends who were like, I lost 10 kilos. I took up a new hobby. You know what I took? Shrooms. Every day. That's how I started my morning, with a good 2-hour cry in the shower. I think the big lesson, the big takeaway from the pandemic, honestly, was we need to cherish our vulnerable populations, you know? Especially old people. I honestly don't think we do enough to respect old people. Because I hate it when people treat old people like they can't handle life. They're like, don't tell your grandmother that your cousin is gay. She won't understand. I'm like, you know she's fucked before, right? Like a lot. Like back when it was dangerous. When they had condoms with less latex because they needed half of it for the war. Like, or don't rile up your grandfather's blood pressure. His heart can't take it. He has confirmed kills in Vietnam. I think he can handle the virtual reality headsets. We just won't play the jungle simulator, okay? Don't want him freaking out in our living room. They're in the fucking trees! Like, if anything, I feel like we should give old people more rights. I do. I feel like once you turn 80 years old, we let you do whatever drug you want. Why not? Yeah, exactly. It's like, congratulations, you made it. Have some meth. There you go. Don't have any teeth left to lose anyway. Go for it. More old people should do cocaine. Yeah, that way every time you visit your grandparents, you get through those stories a little fucking faster, you know? Just keep it moving. What a great way to go out, too, man. That's what, 85 heroin overdose? Fuck yeah, dude. Going out like a rock star. What's the alternative? Oh, he died because he couldn't open the window on a hot summer day. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. I like old people. I learned a lot about respect because I like I mentioned up top, I was in the military. I was in the United States Marine Corps for 4 years. And in the United States, we tell people, they're like, we're appreciative of our military. You know, that's how just the culture is. So sometimes after shows, people will come up to me and say, thank you for your service. And I tell them, oh, thank you for assuming I was good at it. Thank you. It's the reason I do this now. Oh, man. And sometimes I hesitate to tell people I was in the Marine Corps. Because Marines have this reputation of being like tough, strong, you know, they can handle themselves. And so I know that people expect me to be like that in every situation. You know, like I've been on a plane and a flight attendant found out, so she makes an announcement and everybody on the plane starts clapping for me. All it means to me is if shit goes wrong, I'm in charge. Some guy jumps over the gun like, hands up, I'm hijacking this plane. Then all eyes look over to me, and I'm like, oh, fuck, guys, the edible just kicked in. These clouds are getting really interesting, man. Because, you know, people in the military, they're just normal people. They're good ones, they're bad ones, they're smart ones, hell of a lot of dumb ones, too. I know a Marine who believes he met a werewolf. Yeah. You know what we did? We gave him the biggest machine gun we have. And I was an officer, man. I was an officer, so I was in charge of these guys. So all through my training, they're teaching me like how to lead them in combat, you know, how to call in airstrikes or lead patrols. And not once did they teach me how to talk a Marine out of marrying a stripper he met last weekend. Yeah, guess which one of those things I did multiple times, man. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about myself in the military. I learned about leadership. I learned about responsibility. I learned that I wasn't gay. So I put it to the test. I kissed a man. Yeah, I did. I kissed a man because sometimes in the Marines, you get bored. We're playing this little game called Gay Chicken, okay? Oh, some of you know Chicken, okay. Those who don't know, Chicken is a game you play where you try to like make your buddy flinch, you try to do something crazy. It's like that, but with dicks now, okay? And that's when I figured out that I'm more competitive than I am straight. I might suck a dick to prove a point, you know, that's all I'm saying. But that's when I realized, like, homophobia is bullshit. Because I'm just as straight now as I was before I kissed the guy. And we also slap dicks, but that's good old guy fun, right? Slapping dicks with your boys, yes. I always like telling that joke, because usually there's at least one guy in the audience with his arms crossed, like, I'm not going to laugh at that. No. No, I am so straight. I spend my whole day thinking about not sucking dick. Oh, man. I miss the military, though. A lot of things about it that I miss. I miss all the friends I made. Because the military brings together people from different walks of life, different parts of the country, people you ordinarily would never hang out with. So right now, I am friends with so many rednecks. Do you have rednecks, hillbillies, country folk, you know, church-going racists, those people? You know? Yeah, look, here's the thing. You owe it to yourself to have redneck friends. You should, because rednecks have more fun. They take fun shit and they combine it together. Like, sir, have you ever gone swimming in a pickup truck? You just fill up the bath. It's a mobile hot tub, man. Just do it. Ma'am, have you ever had biscuits and gravy on heroin? You gotta finish it all before you get too sleepy. That's the key, all right? I love my redneck friends. I need them in my life. Because look, I'm a comedian, all right? I tell jokes. Sometimes they're not well received. I'm not proud of this. I've been in bar fights before. Then who do I want backing me up? My woke comedian friends? Oh, my redneck friends who walked in the bar praying this shit would happen, man. My redneck friends own crossbows, medieval weaponry. My comedian friends own ukuleles. Yes, the guitar of cucks. My comedian friends have gluten allergies. Like, bread can defeat them. My redneck friends have had rabies before. Like, nothing scares these people, man. I love them. I love them. They have those funny ass accents. That's fucking crazy, man. Like that shit. I love it. I love an accent. Here's the thing. Americans, where you at? Make some noise. You're American. Yeah. All right, I'm about to teach y'all some shit about Americans. Americans are fucking suckers for accents. We are suckers for accents. Like, every time I come out to Europe, I see so many American women throw themselves at Australian bums. It's crazy. They're like, oh my God, he called me mate. He's so down to earth. I was like, yeah, he's down to earth. He's homeless. See how all 8 of his toes are black? The same thing for me too, man. I didn't think I was a sucker for accent, but like I said, my girlfriend's from Finland, dude, and she lured me in with this sexy accent I found irresistible for 2 months. And I was like, oh, this is a speech impediment. My God, this is... I used to describe her differently, at the beginning of the relationship. I was like, yeah, she's a short, feisty girl from Finland who loves the color yellow and hoop earrings and tattoos. And now looking back on it, I'm like, oh, she was a gang member this whole time. It's just, she loves switchblades too. She'll cut a bitch. All right, man. Oh man, I feel of course she has an accent because English is not her first language. And, that's the same for, I feel like, most people in the room, except for you, dude, but all right. But most people, English is not your first language. And that's the big difference between Americans and Europeans, is that you all believe that other countries exist. That's really... We speak English because that's the language that Jesus speaks, all right? For real, man. I get self-conscious about the fact I don't know a second language, you know? I ran across like so many bilingual homeless people. I'm like, dude, if you can't fucking make it, what chance do I have? I would love to know another language. I would. I think we all would love to know more languages, like, because different languages are better in different situations. Who wouldn't love to be able to speak Italian in bed? Right? You know? Ladies, wouldn't you love that? Things are getting hot and heavy with your significant other. Then he whispers something real sexy in your ear. Like, I want to eat your pussy. Like something like your pussy is moi, like that shit. I got self-conscious, man. I did try to learn another language. I started studying Spanish. I did. That was my project over the pandemic. Because I realized the Spanish I learned in American school is bullshit, all right? They teach us just enough Spanish to get us kidnapped. That's what they do. Give you just enough confidence to go to a country you know nothing about, just get drunk and walk around going, yo soy gringo. And then you wake up without a kidney. That's how that works, man. Yeah, man. I just like experiencing other cultures. You know, anytime I can, I like to travel around, experience other cultures. And when I can mix that in with giving back, I do that as well. Like, for instance, I 100% true. I sponsor a kid in Africa. I don't know if that's a thing here or whatever. Well, how it works essentially is you'll be watching like a sports match or something on TV, and then a commercial will come on. And in this commercial is a white woman in an African village, and she is there to ruin your day. All right? She's like, hey, you lazy piece of shit. This kid's got fucking no shoes. You want to give us 90 cents a day so we can get this kid some shoes? Or are you that much of an asshole? What, you want to fight? Fucking let's go. And so that's how the commercial goes, and I think to myself, like, you know what? I can pay 90 cents a day to feel superior to other people. I'll do that. I'm a good person. So I do. I sponsor this kid. And I've been sponsoring him for 4 years. And usually when you sponsor a kid, you're supposed to write to them every once in a while, let them know how you're doing, how they're doing. And I have not written my kid a single time. For a number of different reasons. One, I don't think he should have to write to me or feel obligated to write to me to get the things he needs to live in life. Two, I do find it a little funny. He probably thinks I'm a white family. And three, I don't know how to relate to this dude. What am I gonna say? We come from different worlds. I'm like, hey dude, you found Wakanda yet? Or I don't know. Because he like I said, he doesn't have shoes. He gets all his drinking water from a dirty ass well. I thought about even how I would explain the concept of a fountain to this kid. I'm like, well, a fountain is this big pool of drinkable water that we build baby angel statues around. Pissing more water into the pool. And we never drink the water. No, we never drink it. We just throw money in there. We throw money in. Oh, why? Oh, because we're wishing for more money. That's why we do that. And I feel like you all like me at this point, so I'll ask you an honest question. Like I said, I've been sponsoring this kid for 4 years. When do I stop? Because he's not the same kid, you know. It's like he has a second wife now. What the fuck? He still has a first one. He just has two. Like, you could do that over there. Like, he's been to war and shit. Like, I don't keep buying you soccer balls when you could take me in a fight, dude. I feel like I figured out how to get out of this shit. I'm gonna play off the fact that he thinks that I am a white family. All right. I'm finally gonna write him. I'm gonna send him a photo of my face. And on the back, it's gonna say, surprise, nigga! It'll end that sponsorship. I like coming out here and getting to know you guys, getting to find out a little bit about you, and you find out a little bit about me. One of the things I learned about the United States from traveling abroad is we are very conservative when it comes to sex.
Yes.
Yeah, someone's... One European woman's like, God, I just want to fuck these American guys, but they're so prudish. They just won't put out. But no, we are very conservative when it comes to sex. And I noticed based on like the differences between our sex toy stores, because sex is like a secret in the United States. And it's all in our toy store names, because they're always sly. They're always like, taboo, Adam and Eve. We're gonna go to the lion's den tomorrow. Pick us up some toys. And in Germany, they're like, we're gonna go to the dildo king tomorrow. Get us a butt plug that won't rust. We would go to Fuck Filet, but they're closed on Sundays. Praise Allah, you know. That last part's just for the Americans, they'll get it, okay. Yeah, but, you know, I've been to those sex toy stores, and the crazy thing about them is just the disparity between the quality of women's sex toys and men's sex toys. Because women, your sex toys are fucking amazing. All your shit is like in the future, honestly. Like every vibrator made in the last 10 years looks like the inside of a lava lamp. Like aliens invented this shit, you know? And men's sex toys are still in the industrial age. Like our shit runs on steam, okay? And I imagine every year there's like a sex toy convention when they unveil the latest vibrator and they're like, it's got 10 speeds and Bluetooth. You know? And then there's a men's section, which is just this dark corner with one flickering light bulb next to a guy selling you Ryanair flights, you know? And he's standing, there's just a guy there standing in front of a line of boxes. He's just like, anybody want to fuck a flashlight? I got 10,000 flashlights back here. Who wants one? And that's the most dignified of men's sex toys, man. The flashlight. Have you seen other men's sex toys? Guys in the front row here, you seen these shit? It's just disembodied parts of women. Don't act like you haven't seen this shit. Don't get shy on me now. You out here trying to Voltron a sex doll. You're like, all right, black ass, Asian face, Mexican titties. There we go. You can't have that lying around your house. Look like a serial killer, man. Like, oh shit, got company coming over. Better put away my torso. I got sex on the mind. I don't know what to tell you. I got sex on the mind because I'm surrounded by it. All right? Here's my living situation. I have 2 roommates in Chicago. I have 2 female roommates. That's not the weird part. The weird part is they're both in serious relationships. And my room, right in between theirs. Oh yeah, surround sound fucking all night. And the thing is, it's so different, like the noises I hear. Like over here, Jesus, they're having a great time, all right? All I hear is someone moaning and someone stirring pasta, okay? And over here, all I hear is one man digging a ditch, all right? Like, you ever had one headphone go out? That's what it's like, it's unbalanced, you know? And the next day, we're cool. We're fine. You know, nothing's weird between us. And I think that's the difference between men and women, you know? Because I know what they sound like when they have sex, and we're totally fine in our friendship. If we were all men, I gotta move the fuck out, right? Guys in the front row, you know this shit. Like, you can't hang out with your buddy. You know he comes in B flat, you know? Just like that? No. We are not going to the comedy show together. Don't get your hand off my leg. I think I'm surrounded by women, man. Even in my jobs, you know. Because before the or after the military, I was an Uber driver. Yeah, I drove for Uber. Anybody here ever been a part-time drunk girl whisperer before? Here's what I appreciate. They would keep the bullshit outside of my car. Like, I'd see them walking up, like, no, fuck you, Greg. You want to cheat on me? No, fine. I'm going to go home and I'm going to kill myself. Hi, for Stephanie. Why, man, great till they gotta be great. I loved it, dude. Even when I wasn't driving for Uber, they would come up to my car just like, Muhammad. Hey, look, I wasn't their car, but you know what? Fuck it, I'd take them. You know, I'd drop them off at the nearest Hesburger in the ghetto of Chicago. That's what I do. I don't know, man. I even like the fights that did happen in my car, honestly. Because then I get to choose the soundtrack to a relationship falling apart. I live for that moment, man. I try to sync up like the drop and the song with the climax of the fight. You know, they're going back and forth, just fuck fuck you. Oh, fuck you. And out of nowhere, Despacito. Oh, love it. Oh, man. I'll tell you guys one last joke. Let me get out of here. You guys are, first off, give a round of applause for yourselves. You guys have been a terrific audience all night. Oh, my God. So good. Please support Odeon Bar. They've been great hosting us here. So yeah, buy some drinks. Yeah, because I don't buy drinks as much as I used to when I was younger. I would go out partying a lot. I used to go bar crawling or pub crawling, whatever you want to call it. And when I was a kid, we would do like themed pub crawls. And one of my favorite pub crawls we ever did was a clown pub crawl. Yeah, we all dressed up as circus clowns, got drunk, and scared the shit out of people. Yes. I actually found out there's a surprising amount of clown fetishes in the world. Like any guy in here, if you just offer to show a random girl your dick, you're lucky if you don't get slapped. Offer to show her a clown dick. Now she's a little curious, you know? Like, is it rainbow colored? Like, when you whip it out, it's like... I almost went home with a girl that night. I kind of wish I had, even if only for the sound effects. You know, like her roommate's in the next room, all she hears is. And my favorite story is at the end of the night, we're all walking home, and I'm blackout drunk at this point, okay? This is what people told me is what happened. So we're all walking home, and we walk by this group of about 20 people, and among them is this one woman who sees us. She's like, oh shit, clowns? And I think the only thought that ran through my mind in that moment was, chase this bitch. I take off running after this girl. She is running away screaming, okay? I run past her friends who are dying laughing. And 2 police officers who are just watching. As I said, I hope I was at that point in a cop's career where he was like, I've been in this job for way too fucking long, man. I just can't keep doing. Is that the black guy in a turtleneck sweatshirt? We let him go earlier. What the fuck? And I yell after this girl, perhaps the most terrifying sentence she's ever heard in her life, just at the top of my lungs. I just go, I just want to make you laugh! And I'm so happy I get to make you all laugh tonight. Thank you so much, Tallinn, Estonia. You all were terrific. Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a good night.